Hello, and today I um, like found out this video where Jordan Peterson was talking with Russell Brand about Christianity and like philosophical topics, and as we will see, he is getting to understand the law of everything that I'm like talking about, that I'm preaching about, which is the law of universe, the law of everything. Let's see he coming to the conclusion, and I will try to do one thing. I will try to find many videos where other like influential people or smart people come to the same conclusion, but they still do not gain this or capture the idea that this is the law of everything. They grasp it, they somehow grasp it, but they do not capture it completely. But let's see how Jordan Peterson comes to this conclusion, and somehow he starts to understand, and I would love to talk to him. I would love to go deep in this topic, but let's get to the point where he grasps and talks about this idea, and let's pause there.
Yes, there would have to be some concomitant magnetism. There would, for a meme to land, for a meme to imprint. It can't sustain its own ongoing randomness and simultaneously narrativize. Those two things are there's a juxtaposition in that.
Another way of looking at it, you're absolutely right. Here's another way of looking at it. The stories that survive are those that are maximally adapted to the structure of human memory and communication. Obviously, because they wouldn't be remembered or transmitted. They wouldn't strike home. They wouldn't have any compelling power. So the stories have to arrange themselves so they're analogs of the biological substrate that's representing them. And that means they're an echo of, you could say, they're an echo of the soul, right? But you can make that case biologically. And I don't see any escape from it. So one of the things I've learned, for example, is that the instinct of meaning itself, it's a reflection of something the Russian neuropsychologists called the orienting reflex, the orienting response, which is the response that orients you to the emergence of new information in the environment. That grips you. It's like the burning bush. It grips you. And that grip is represented at multiple levels in the nervous system. And that grip occurs on the border between order and chaos. Like, technically speaking, that happens to be the case. You want to be somewhere where you have 1 foot in order and 1 foot in the unknown. That's the eternal dragon fight. That way you're stable enough to maintain yourself, but you're also challenging yourself enough to continue to grow and change. Meaning signifies your existence in that place. Right, and that's part of the divine order.
Yes.
And I see absolutely no evidence in the relevant neuropsychological literature that any of that is less than biologically accurate. And I know the great literature, Jeffrey Gray's book.
Okay, let's stop there. I'm so glad that he is speaking this, because this is what I am talking about. So this is life and this is death. I will give you fast preview of my teaching, and this is chaos and this is order. So if chaos and order are in fight with each other, order will try to control chaos and exploit it, and chaos will try to destroy order with envy and so on, and order will have pride. So this is people who don't have money and people who have money always fighting each other, people who have money exploit those who don't, and those who don't always try to envy them and destroy in some way them. But in love there is chaos. This is endless potential. This is where you can become or achieve almost anything, and order is the process of achieving it. So and order is the safe space. Order is the place that guides you, that gives you comfort, stability, and chaos is the place that gives you excitement, the possibilities, and so on. excitement is that energy that moves forward everything, and order is that structure, the energy structure that constrains everything in way of growth, the way of life, the constructive and helpful way, while the order in death, like absolute, I call them absolute order or absolute chaos. Absolute order are that constrains so much that everything dies in it. It sucks every life, everything out of them. So, but in life order, the order is like gentle, and chaos is also non-destructive. But in death, chaos is so destructive, so like a sharp knife piercing through the skin, and it's and the flow between the balance between order and chaos can be or balance of life or balance of death. And if the flow is like this, that the one who have power is underneath the one who does not have power, and by this it builds the one who don't have power upwards. The flow is like this, where the one who don't have is being guided up, and the one who have lowers themselves to guide them up. And what this makes is, if one is upper and then he lowered themselves to make other one, the one who was lower, like higher than him, then when he is higher than the one who like helped him, he now lowers himself and guides him up, and so on and so on. But if in death, like in this like order or balance of death, is like the one who is like higher will exploit the one who is lower, trying to get higher up, and the one is being brought down, and this one tries always to somehow destroy or to take up and bring it down. And also it's like always way going down. So order of life is potential and giving life more and more, and order of death is taking life, stealing life, and destroying more and more. So yeah, it's like brief explanation of this law, but I hope it was helpful, this video. I'm happy that more and more people are getting to this information, because I was preaching this law of everything that God showed me for a few years now, but no one grasped it, or no one took it serious. Not that they don't took it seriously, they couldn't grasp the concept. And I hope that Jordan Peterson finds this video, or someone finds this video and shows him, and if he listens to this and he's interested in talking more, I would love to talk about this more and more, because there is a lot of information in this. There is such a deep meaning, because everything in this video in this law is applied to everything. I even taught this law to AI, and I asked him, is there anything in his learning, from what he was presented, this information where he learned, is there anything that does not where this law does not apply? And he couldn't find anything. And so we talked back and forward. He said maybe there is this topic of quantum physics and the multiverse theory, and I even at this moment asked him, do you really think that these laws don't apply? And he said, I guess no. And he said, if this reality is the only reality there is, then there is nothing that this law does not apply to. So if he didn't find anything, and I talked to a lot of gurus in a lot of different fields, I talked a lot of like specialists in the some areas, and I talked with Christians, with pastors, with normal like atheists, and with gurus of others religions, with all kinds of people, and no one can deny this law. No one. So if you find anyone who is willing to talk about this law and try to deny it, or try to find something that does not stay together, I would love to talk to him, because I would love to test it more and more, but there is no one who was able to deny it. So if you find one, I would love to talk about it. I really would love to talk about it. And yeah, I hope it was helpful. I will try to find more and more videos like this, where prominent people in the field of social media would mention this law, and I will pick it out and show it. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope it was helpful, and see you in next video.